I just don't know. I just don't know, Sammy. In my day, the teachers taught us to write properly. It's not your fault you're having trouble. It's their inability to teach. Here, this is how we were taught. Loop-de-loop, loop-de-loop, over and over and over again. Stay in the lines. Now, do this 100 lines a day, and you will write as good as any other. Better, in fact. It's like the day you were born, when I held you before that you flew, they flew you away. They flew you away. And for what? You were plump and pink. You are perfectly regular. And I said, no, I've had 7 babies. You are just fine. I knew it. It's them. They don't know what they're talking about. That was my grandma. Always convinced that if I failed, it was because of someone else. It couldn't possibly be my fault. Her Sammy. I, on the other hand, always thought the complete opposite from my grandma. I always thought that it was my fault I failed because I was awkward. I always needed help. I was never able to live up to the expectations laid in front of me. But somehow, despite my perceived view on the world, I have always possessed a relentless stubbornness born from my grandma, who grew up, let's be honest, feral in the southwestern hills of Alberta. It is because of this stubbornness that I've always been able to rise above my feeling of, of fault. I've always been able to move forward through life at full speed, never slow, always fast, with tenacity, humor, and I would love to say with grace, but let's just say a smile. For this, I am forever grateful for having such a great and powerful support system, always backing me up, always pushing me further. But you know the saying, what goes up has to come down. Well, you know, what goes full tilt eventually has to stop. Who here has seen the movie Finding Nemo? Any hands? Yeah, I see lots. Fantastic movie. Fantastic. I think we can all agree that Dory is perhaps the most endearing and inspiring character of that movie, right? With her just keep swimming, swimming, swimming attitude and her unstoppable positivity. I have always related to Dory because of these characteristics, because my stubbornness has always caused me to slap on a positive smile and just keep swimming, just keep going towards the next goal. If I fail, it is because of my shake or my lack of balance or something else disability related. I must just keep going. I must keep proving myself to the world, right? This year, this year hasn't been a long one already, and we're just 7 months through it. But throughout this very busy 7 months, I have pondered a question over and over in my head. Have you ever wondered what would happen if Dory, the lovable, positive fish, stopped swimming? What if, for a moment, she relented her race and she stopped and rested? What if she stopped continuously asking questions and going every time she flubbed up? What if she sat and really delved into what she was doing in life? Would the ocean cease to exist? Would she cease to exist? If I relented and rested, would my world crumble? Would it mean my disabilities would win? Would I change who I am? Or would I just be human? In May, I got news from the doctor that I am going to have surgery in the fall, and that this surgery will have a 6-week recovery time in which I will have to take it really easy. I will have to stop. I will have to relent. So, what did I do? The next day, I signed myself up for a triathlon. My first ever triathlon at the age of 40. Someone who has never been an athlete of any kind. Someone who struggled to ride a bike for years. Someone who hasn't honestly ridden a bike for any distance for about 20 years. Was this a panic response to surgery? In true just keep swimming spirit? Possibly. Did I care? Nope. I just had to keep going, right? Stay tuned for part 2 when I speak about how my first triathlon went and the lessons I learned during pedaling 10 kilometers. Thank you.